Welcome to this Women's Conference, The Journey, my story, my process, my purpose. Embracing your story as stepping stones to purpose. I'm big on affirmations because it's just reaffirming what we already know and what you might have forgotten or what you didn't know, but now I know it, so I'm going to affirm it. And if you like this affirmation, I wrote it. Regardless of every circumstance, I am committed to moving forward. I have no frown lines. I know that nothing is wasted and have no regrets because my life has meaning. I'm alive for a purpose and I walk in it. I will not allow others to interfere with, intimidate, or cause me to abort my dreams and aspirations. There is more on the inside of me that must come to fruition. So I open my mind to new, innovative ideas. Every day I seek a fresh perspective of situations and my life's journey. My inner strength is now ignited and I embrace my future. Embracing your story as stepping stones to purpose. In this affirmation, my story is relevant. My story is important, right? My story is valuable and my story is precious. So I own my story, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the indifferent. Whether you like it or not, I own that story. It is mine. And as they say in church, and I walk in it because it's my story. And that's the one thing that no one can take from you. Now, they could add to your story by being good or not good to you, but they cannot take that away from you. And as I just said, own your story, whatever that story is. And some stories are not that great. Some might have been abused. Some people might have been forcibly molested, the innocence taken at a young age or taken forcefully from them. Some stories might have been drug addiction. Some might have been just, you name it, it's out there. But at the end of the day, I still have to own that. And owning it comes over a period of time that I now own this thing. I mean, there's things that I've experienced, went through, and I was going to talk about this later, but I'm led to talk about it now, in the loss of my mother. Now, it's been, I think, like 19 years. I think time really flies. But I had to own that as opposed to being reactionary because of the loss. And I think I shared last year where it had gotten so bad they wanted to put me on medication, right? Because of the whatever was going on. But in that moment, and you progress through the process of pain, the process of grieving. We're going to talk about that in the next slide. But in all of that, you have to own that, yes, she is deceased and she's not coming back. But now instead of looking at it as a loss, I look at it as a gain because there's so much she poured into me in her 55 years on earth and in my 30 years before she passed away, right? That in that, now let me look at the gems that she's instilled in me. So you flip that thing from being reactionary to being proactive. So now how do I pour that into my baby, my daughter? You know, she just turned 16 2 weeks ago. So how do I now, when I was raising her, pour those gems, pour what my mother poured into me, into my daughter, that legacy may continue. So now that's living proactively. Instead of staying in the grief and the pain and the why me, Lord, you know, you healed everybody, but you didn't want to heal her, and the guilt and the despondency with God, because, well, you said you can heal cancers, why didn't you heal hers? But he didn't. It's not healthy to pick and choose what you decide to embrace, because it's all relative. Embracing my story gives me tenacity to move forward is developed in embracing it. I get, Shalon talk about the fight, the tenacity, the go get that, I call it the pit bull mentality, that I'm gonna stick my teeth into that and I'm not letting go. There's something that has to be done every day, even for the vision board. It's great, but what have we done to now get it off the vision board into reality?